There we go. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to Hands On with BLG. I am BLG. And I forgot to turn the microphone on again for the camera. Right here is 2004 Chevy Venture. We got to take this cover off because we have to change the battery. So off comes the weather strip. This little cover here is just a little 3-prong plastic cover. It comes right off. See, no big deal. Now, leaves. Lots of leaves. Crap like that everywhere. Welcome to Florida. So anyway, under here, it's a 10mm bolt. We got to get our 10mm socket and ratchet. Right, that's our fuse control box, our fuse box. So we got to get this out of the way because it's sitting on top of the battery. So out comes. That's a 10mm bolt, no big deal. Zippity zap, and fuse box out of the way. And then we're gonna Lefty's working on it there. He'll get it out of there eventually. A bit long-winded, but that's okay. It's not going to fall out on its own, if you know what I mean. Round and around. Are we going to do this anytime, Lefty? There we go. It's out of chow. Then the next thing we got to do when we're getting ready to change the battery in a 2004 Venture, this would probably work for 95 through 2005 Ventures and a couple other different models. But anyways, set that socket down, get out of the way. You go there. Okay, now these front ones, you got to take out this cross member and the cross support there. And these front two bolts here are also 10mm, so we're going to pop them out. I know it looks like I'm tightening them, but I am actually going the other way. Going towards us is taking them out. It's ratcheting, going away from us. What am I doing? I just left the picture. I'm not drinking beer. This isn't like 6:45 in the morning. It's like 6:45 in the morning. I ran away. Maybe I'm getting a socket so I don't smack into stuff. That might be what I'm doing. Or an extension, I mean, to the socket. That's what I'm doing. I got one of them little sets of slight wobblies. What do you call them again? I'm on my first beer. Extensions. 3/8 drive is all I'm using. So those are, I'm setting them up in order. Another 10mm bolt in the cross member thing, the cross support bar. It has to come out, folks. It has to change the battery. Lefty's saying something in, I believe, French. I'm not sure. I can't lip read. He's trying to show off his skills. Torque that damn 10mm BLG. Get it out of there, son. So out comes that. Whoop. Lickety split. No big deal. Gonna go stack it next to the other one. Like I said, I'm laying them out on top of the garbage can lid in the order, like in the shape that they came out. Make it easier to put back together. Now that back bolt that's back there, there's only one bolt in the back of this brace. That right down there, that's a 13mm. And I'm hoping this fixes the tick and no turnover and keeps losing its memory and stuff. So here we are, 13mm, right there, you can barely see it. One bolt, right back there in the back. Get it, BLG, get it. In fact, I think I can. No, I'm not going to mess with it. I'll do all this stuff and just let it go. So, anyways, yep, wibbly. See, I'm just showing you. It's a little bit of a wobble socket. It gives me a little extra play in the getting on the bolt. Not hard to get out though. Another long-winded little bastard. Just like so. Out it comes. I'm trying to reach in there. It's finger loose, but I can't get my fat ass hand lefty in there. I think righty ends up going in after it. Yep, there goes righty. You can just get in there and get it. If you got big hands, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get in that spot right there. The rest of this, believe it or not, isn't too bad. So now with the 13mm getting in its place where in the shape it came out, I'm laying out the same patterns. This cross member slides right out. There's a little hoopy kind of things, two hoopy things on the fuse box. So it just slides back, pull it out of there, no big deal. Our fuse box is now loose, and I need to get some wire because I forgot it. Back to the studio. Grab me a sandwich. I'm going to come back with some baling wire. I'm going to wire this damn fuse box back out of the way the best I can, because there's all kinds of wiring harnesses coming out of it. Pain in the ass. Look at them white-ass legs. For as tan as my arms are, the rest of me's white as a ghost. I haven't been out in the sunshine. We ain't got no sunshine right now. I'm just wrapping it around the plate that it sits on there and jerking it up. I'm going to stuff it under the stop for the windshield wiper. I'm just going to tuck it under the stop for the windshield wiper here. If I can get to it. Come here, bitch. Just like that. Bingo. Got her done. That's just right there. Get her done. That's as best out of the way as I can get the fuse box. Just like that. I got all these wires I'm kind of poking back at. Now I have access to the battery itself. You can see the side post mounts for the negative. That there is a 5/16 wrench. And no, it's not a Craftsman, because Craftsman in this set didn't supply a 5/16. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, 5/16 or I think maybe an 8mm might fit them too, to get them off of there. You have to do them by hand. There's no room for a socket, not in this situation. You got to do them by hand. Well, it's not too bad. They're not super long-winded, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm removing the negative side first. Negative side coming off. Ungrounding it from the vehicle. Still working on that negative side. Yep. This is kind of fun. I'm sipping a beer and narrating. And what am I looking at my wrench for? Oh, LAG, the mom, is going to pick up the camera. She's out helping. She's going to pick up the camera. See, there's the battery kind of tucked down in there. I got the negative side off right there. And now I'm going after the positive side, which is slightly tucked under the fuse box, but that's okay. We'll get under here. A couple of quick half-quarter turns. It takes a while, but they come finger loose fairly easy. And unscrew-a-dee-doo, there she goes. Now I got to get this old interstate battery out of here. And the clicking and wondering of the battery, and we couldn't remember when the battery has even been replaced. We finally remembered, but this battery was put in this van in 2015. It's an old interstate, as you can see. Back then, NASCAR's interstate batteries had the this color green and white and black. But it's a 5-year-old battery with a 5-year battery life. It's giving up the ghost right on schedule. Right now, this is a 10mm socket on a double long swivel. I'm taking the battery retaining clip off. It's straight down. It's easy to get to. You can see it down there pretty easy. Just going down there and getting that loose. And you can actually reach down, see? And turn the rest of it out by hand. It's not hard at all. Very simple. Now these batteries, this van will take two different sizes of batteries. A smaller one with 600 cranking amps, and a bigger one here with 700 cold cranking amps. So we got the 700 cold cranking amp from the Walmart. And you have to kind of tip these big ones. You got to kind of tip them up on end. It's a bit of a bitch because all the freaking wiring harnesses, but once you get them, see, I'm kind of tipping him up on end, pushing all the wires out of the way. Same way the new one goes back in. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not difficult. Say, there she is. One 5-year-old battery that was manufactured January of 2015. I'm looking for a top stamp, but they didn't do that. I found the sticker on the front right down there. There it is. January 2015 manufactured date. Dead battery, folks. Dead scare. So out she goes. It has served us well. See, the new one next to it's the same size, just different brand, Walmart brand. We didn't know if we had to do the starter or if the battery was shot. So now I'm tucking all this other extra crap, battery cables and stuff, best I can out of the way. New batteries coming in, standing it up on edge, making sure that the side posts are pointed the right direction. There's a close-up of my elbow. Good camera work, LAG. We're going to tuck all this bitch back out of the way. It's hitting on those bottom wires down there. You can see them. It's tangling up in that shit. See it right there? Son of a bitch, I said. All these freaking wires. I can't get underneath them. I got to poke and prod. Jab away. Just take it easy. Don't tear the van down. I got it to the bottom. Now I just got to get it to twist and sit down. Twist. Twist. Push, pull, pry, twist, and boom. Battery is bottomed out. She's sitting down. Thank God. Now the battery holding block, the clip, going back to place. I'm going to start the 10 millimeter nut by hand. Boy, hand there. Getting her started down. It's able to wind quite a ways. I'm kind of impressed with how easy this daggum van, even though it looks like a pain in the ass, it's pretty easy to work on. As you're seeing right now. Tighten down the battery lock. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hold the little battery in place. You can see the extensions are kind of wobbling. They're not wore out. It's a double wobble setup. I got a wobble going into a wobble. So, and it just looks like that. It gives you that much extra wiggle room to hit weird angles and stuff. It's what I had on hand to extend that far. There she is. Battery's clamped down. Now I'm going to trip over myself. I'm not sure what I'm grabbing now. I might be grabbing the... I'm grabbing the 5/16 wrench again. I believe I'm grabbing the 5/16 wrench. There goes the mama. I went inside. Oh, I'm getting the battery post terminal cleaner. So there's Mama's garden. She's talking about how it was all drying up and looking kind of sad. And she put some Miracle-Gro in the other day. And that cucumber plant right there was really looking sad. And with all the rain, they just sprang back to life and they're going bananas again. Look at that tomato bush plant right there. Those little cherry tomatoes. It's huge. It's getting huge. So here we go. There's my little brand new battery terminal cleaning thingy tool that I bought, I don't know, about 6 months ago and haven't used it. Now I'm using it. I'm going to scrape it down a little bit just to make sure it's clean. They're actually in not too bad a shape. There's the plastic on the side winder thing. There's a little plastic cup. So when you tighten it down, it kind of seals that connection in and doesn't let weather get to it. Now the battery, the camera's going to change over. It just changed over, and I'm into the second part of the reel. But putting on the negative, I'm grounding the vehicle, putting on the negative terminal, and I'm lost in space. I can't remember where I put my little wrench, I think. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm back. It was my little wrench. I couldn't remember where I set it. Okay. So here we go. It was on the garbage can. I just overlooked it. So I'm tightening up the battery terminal, negative side. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It tightens up much easier than it came loose, which is really cool because it went in by finger a lot further. So tighten her in. Tighten her down. Tighten her down here. All right. Now I got to dig out the positive side, and I'm going to clean it. It's right back under here. Positive side. Just like so. I can't get a hold of it. Get in there, righty. Look at it go. He's getting after the program and stuff. Even though he can't open very well, he likes to turn wrenches. There, we got it started. That one didn't look too dirty, so I guess I didn't clean it. I'm just going to put that one back on. We'll tighten this little bitch down on the positive side. And that hooks up the battery power back. But it's not ready to start yet because you can see the fuse box is all kind of up and around through the belts and stuff. That needs to be reinstalled before we try to turn the van over and start it up. And see if it doesn't go like that, but and then barely start. So here we are. I was hoping the tick 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 sound was the relay and not the starter Bendix. So here we are, got it done. Oh, the old battery, like I said, we remembered. Well, LAG remembered. In 2015, we took this van into my Jeep mechanic dude that worked on my Jeep CJ, and we took it in to have a new serpentine belt put on and a new battery. So that's when the battery was put in Bartonville, Illinois. So here comes the bar back again. Make sure it's right side up. It's got to look like that, flat side down. If you put it upside down like that, no bueno. It won't go back together. And you just slide it through the two little, you can see the little brackets I'm sliding through. Line up your holes again. Bolts are back down. Simple as pie. Looks like it'd be a pain in the ass, but it sure isn't. It really isn't. It's just a bit more time consuming. You know, I remember the good old days. I didn't have to do this on my 73 Dodge Demon or my 74 Dodge Dart. I just changed the battery. It was right there. You know what I mean? Or my 68 Chevy truck, you know, or my 57 Chevys. The battery was right there all the time. But in these little weird new things, they look like this. There you go. Got the 13 millimeter that goes in the back. I'm going to start with it. So I'll pop that down right chaw. Get him hand tight started, you know, with my fingers. Finger tight, finger licking tight. And wind her down. I'm not going to tighten it quite all the way yet. I just want it a little bit snug. Very slight tension on it, because I have to line up the 10 millimeter bolts in the front. But here we go. Tightening down very nicely. A little bit snug, just touching. And I'm going to go switch the socket out now. And I'm going to put the 10 millimeter socket on. Over there. Boink. Onto my extension. And shorten my extension to a single. Oh, it's already shortened, I think. So, I'm going to line up one of these bolts here. See how I can kind of poke it around? Finger. Start this little 10 millimeter bolt in. I saith unto thee. I'm going to tighten that little son of a gun down. Get it lined up. There we go. Had to put down my socket. My ratchet. There we go. Tighten that down. Now that one I can snug all the way in. No big deal. I can run that one home. Because the other hole, you can see right there, it's already lined up. Go grab my other 10 millimeter. Nice and easy like. Boom. Tighten them down. And the bolts are all right back exactly where they came from. Because I laid out that pattern on the top of the garbage can. Thunder's a little bit going now out. Been a big old fucking storm coming today, grumbling, and knocked our damn power out again, and now we've got round 2 coming. We had a tornado watch again this morning. We're still under a tornado watch, I think. But, yeah, it's been storming. It's supposed to all week. There we go, nice and snug. Get the 13 millimeter in the back. She's not showing it, but I'm going to get my 13 millimeter and snug down the back all the way of that cross member, the cross brace. And right here on the fuse box, there's only one bolt, like I said, holds the fuse box down. 10 millimeter right in the front, can't miss it. You can see it right there. Tighten that bitch down. Fuse box. That's all the fuses I'm pointing at. I'm saying there's where your some of your signal light fuses, fuel pump fuse, some stuff like that all up in there. Your relay for the starter is in that box. And what I want to do is get this off of here. That is coming around from our side post positive side and running up to the fuse box. I should have cleaned this before I hooked it up to the side post up, but this was a second thought. So yeah, it did throw a little bitty sparks kind of here and there, zit, 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 but I just tried to make it as quick of a removal and reinstall as possible. But I see a little corrosion. I didn't want it on there. And I don't want to take the whole van apart again, so I'm risking it. I'm risking it. Don't want to fry it, but that's our power lead to our fuse box to power everything in there. So it's just like your fuse box on your house, your breaker box and stuff. It's got to get power from somewhere and run down one rail. You know what I mean? Same kind of an effect with these kind of fuses. And that was a deep well 12 millimeter, I believe, took that one off. So I'm going to take that off and I'm going to scrub that down with the little spark plug brush, cleaner brush. Yoink! Pop this bitch out of here. And I put the extension on there because I didn't want to bust my knuckles on the top of the fuse box or something else there. So I put a little tall extension just to make it easier for me. Unscrew, off she goes, nice and easy. No sparks right there at the moment. When it did, it didn't throw sparks like a welder. It just kind of went bzz, 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 like that, like a dying bee. That's an aluminum nut. The bolt and nut, they're aluminum. They won't really corrode too bad. The nut and bolt, I'm not concerned too bad about them. But that the little flat washer thing that's hooked to the power line, that will corrode. It's kind of nasty looking. So I'm going to take it off of here. It's kind of corroded. You can see it's got a little bit of that white, acidy kind of looking crap. Let's scuff her down and polish her up, man. Look at that thing looking like a brand new nickel. Just scuff it up. And like I said, if you guys have to do this while you got the fuse box completely disconnected, the battery terminals and stuff. It'll be a lot easier on you. And it won't go zit, 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 taking a chance that you're going to fry your frickin' circuit. So basically in this part here, don't do what I do. Do this before you reconnect your battery terminals and all that other crap. At least before you hook up your positive terminal. But there you go. Put her back down. No worse for the wear. Snug her back up. Like I said, I believe that is a 12 millimeter. A 12 millimeter deep is what I'm using there. Snugged her down. And that cap doesn't like to stay on. It's been melted before. I don't know how it melted, but it's been like that for, I don't know, 9 or 10 years now. So anyway, booyah, there she goes. Put the windshield wipers back above where the stop is so I don't tear the daggone bend the windshield wiper. She's got it. Boom, back up above where it goes. There it goes, above the stop. Free and clear to start the van now, but I have full confidence. Well, even at that, we know the battery's good now because it's brand new. 99.9% time, the batteries are good anyway. There, I got it up there. Tuck them where they go. That little arm, see that little stop right there? So now it's time. We take our little plastic shield and clip it back in. It's got 2 clips on the long side and 2 on the short. They just clip on over the trim, the little pointy metal trim. There's our weather stripping. That just pushes down over that same trim. And that will lock down our little plastic shield. And push, 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 just like that. See, that piece of foam is folded out. I didn't notice that. Piece of foam's got a bend. There we go. There we go. So our trim is back in. Our weather strip is back in. This pig is ready to fire back up and see if it starts or goes tick, 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 So here we go. Got some sirens going on again. Telling LLG the mama, fire this pig up. See what she does. And of course I can't hear if it's, yep, it started. There it goes, fired right up like brand new. Then I'm telling her to bring the RPMs up just a touch and hold it there, like to about 2,000 RPM. It will sometimes, it'll be making all kinds of weird little ticking sounds, real quiet ticking sounds and stuff. For like about the first minute or two. It won't necessarily run rough. It'll sound weird. It's not going to jump around, like a bucking bronco in there. But it's going to sound funny and do a lot of ticking and weird sounds. That's the computer. It has to relearn, since it's got power disconnected. It has to relearn how to reset everything and make the engine run smooth. So it's relearning the fuel richness. It's relearning the oxygen intake. It's relearning the oxygen outgoing. All that stuff. The computer's relearning right now. So let it run. Don't just shut it off and start it. Let it run for a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. Let it get done learning. It'll smooth out and sound like a little kitten. It'll be all just like and stuff again. Unless you already have a bad rod or lifter or something like that, then you're still going to be banging around. But this van runs really good. We keep up on all the oil changes and stuff on this one. So, I'm telling her now, just go ahead and turn everything on. Turn on the air conditioner, turn on the radio, all that good stuff. Hang out in the van there. Can't see her. That'll make her a happy mama. So, back to the van. It's been running now for a couple of minutes. With the radio, she turned on the radio and the air conditioner like I told her to. It is purring like a smooth little kitten. You can see it's not even trying to shake. It sounds fantastic, smooth. She had a problem that every time she would stop and shut off the van, the radio was supposed to play until you open the door, right? Or the windows are supposed to go up and down until you open the door to get out. The radio wouldn't shut off when you opened the door after you shut off the van, and the window would not roll up or down. So it's been acting weird for about, I guess, 4 or 5 days before the weird shit happened. It's all nice and warming up, smooth, sounding really good. I'm just making sure nothing weird is going to happen or sound or come up, show its ugly head, so to speak, the computer freak out or something. Looking good, looking sweet. Turn it off, fire it up again. And it just fires up like a brand new kitty. Didn't even think about it. Shut her down, shut off the radio, shut off the air conditioners. The van looks like, or the motorhome looks like shit. It's all filthy. But I'll get around to that. It's been handy. It's been giving us power when we need it. And air conditioning. As LAG the mama, there's my little plans and my sockets I got to put away. I am righty. I'm glad we could have been assistants. I'm a mechanic and stuff. That is Mama's garden and stuff. And the motorhome's been running great. Last time I did something was putting the muffler on the motorhome, but I couldn't show you because it was like, get on there, you freaking beep, 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 beep. What? Ow, beep, 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 beep. So I couldn't show you that video. And I am a mechanic lefty. I'm good looking lefty. Mechanic guy. I got mechanic all over my hands. And Mama's looking over the garden. I got tools to put away. The pool to clean still. All that good stuff. But right now we're going to clean up this mess. Mama's overlooking the garden, which looks fantastic again. And until the next time, folks, you guys know what to do. Peace out, people. Just peace out. And take care and hit that like and subscribe if you don't mind. And that's about the babble. And now I think I'm speaking in tongues or something, because the demons done got me, the mechanic demons. And I'm going to go in and have a beer and realize that I didn't turn on the microphone. Peace, the mom says. Peace out.
Hands on with BLG. You never know what you will see. Oh, yes sirree. Hands on with BLG. Stick around and learn from me.